Now I want to tell us now the type of the digital multimeters we are talking about is about 3.5. See it here. This is the size, and this is the battery. See the battery. Look at it. Look at the type we are dealing with. We are 3.5 kind of. We are dealing with one of 3.5 digital multimeter. Okay, for measuring DC and AC voltage and DC current, resistors, and diodes. Okay, diodes. Some of these also provide temperature, transistor measurement, and audible continuity test functions, or can be used as a digital operator according to the table. We are going to see one table. I've just drawn one table for full range. Okay, to overload the full range of how the dimensions look like. Okay, now this is the type of one. It's 3.5. Okay, look at it here. This is the switch. It must be enough. Look at it. This is the switch. Okay, this is the battery. Okay, now let's go to the table now and see what we are talking about here. And look at it. Look at it. Now this is the DC. We are talking about the DC voltage, because we are going to go to the DC current later. DC voltage. Okay, now this is the table. Now you have the range. You have the range. You have the resolution. That's the table. You draw this table here. Then you have the accuracy. Now you have the table. Look at it. The row. You have 1, 2, 3. Draw the table like this. Now under the range you have 200 volts. Then the resolution is 100 U volts. Okay. Then the accuracy will be hash. Look at it. The accuracy will be hash 2% of RDG plus 30. That's under bracket. Close. Okay. Now the next one is under that one you have the range. The range of 2000 volts. MV. That will give you 1 volt. That's why it has no accuracy. Okay? That's no accuracy. Yes, boys. Now we call about 20 volts. We give you 1000. We give you 10 volts. The accuracy is hash 6% of RDG plus 50. That's it. Then you come here, it gives you 200 volts. V will give you 100 MV. So accuracy there. Then you come again under it, you have 1000 V volts. We give you about 1 volt. Then the accuracy is hash 2.5% of RDG plus 50. Now the overload projection is equal to 200 volt MS. Okay, AC for 200 MV range. Okay, for 200 MV range and 1000 V, that is V, 1000 V, capital V, DC or 750 V MS for all ranges. Okay, that's the table now. That's the table for DC voltage. Now let's go further and we'll talk about the current later. Okay, thank you very much.